bit worried what you've done to the car here. What do we have to do?
Well, mate, the reason we've actually done this is because we're going to paint it. Now, initially we thought we might wrap the car, but now, upon reflection, it's pretty straight. Doesn't need a huge amount of bodywork, so I think we're going to paint it. So I've taken all of the... Because we've got heaps of parts, the front guards we can use, but the bonnet we can't. And the bonnet is like the front doors. They've actually got some dents in them. And these dents are actually not worth fixing up. And the reason being is because I know a place where we can get some cheap parts. You know, one of the coolest places around, the wrecking yard. All right, mister, well, looks like we have got everything we need to get the car ready to go to paint. We've got the car in the background, we've got all the panels and bits and pieces here. Yep. I'm going to put together a little bit of a jigsaw puzzle for you, all right? Blow your mind a bit, okay? How does that sound?
Alrighty.
Alright mate, so what I've done is I've actually gone and laid out all the car parts so you get a bit of an understanding of how it all works. How does that sound?
Sounds really good.
Does that sound cool?
Yep. Wow, that's really cool. I like that a lot.
You like that?
Yeah, that's really cool.
So here's how the car works, right? All of the bits and pieces for the car are all now carefully laid out.
Yep.
Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. All the back windows. We're going to put all this onto that. Sometimes an easy job can become quite hard. I've just discovered that the upper track on the door that holds the weather seal has actually not only got the little yellow clips to hold it in place, but someone's already gone through and pot riveted the entire thing on there as well. Now I need to take that off because when Tom and I go to paint the car, we need that off so it doesn't get painted, so it's got to come off. What I want you to do is get down underneath and have a look into that hole and tell me what you see.
Looks like there's a bolt snapped in there, Dad.
Mate, that's exactly what's in there. There's a bolt definitely in there. Yeah?
Yep, sure is.
Okay, well, the time has come for you to see what you do with a bolt. Now, you can do one or two things. You can drill it out, put a smaller bolt through it, or you can drill it and tap it. In this case, because it's the bottom of the guard, I think what we'll do is we're just going to, for the sake of speed, we're just going to drill it out. What do you reckon?
Sounds good.
Alright, so Tom, we've got the bonnet hooked on now, but the next thing to do is to bring the bonnet down and so it looks nice and flush, and also the panel gaps on the side are maintained, alright? Too bad to start off with. We'll know how it looks, but this is a little bit, see notice this leading edge here? Yep. See how there's a little bit of a panel gap here if you look at it underneath?
Yep.
This actually needs to move back a little. In order to find out exactly how much work needs to be done on the car, I'm going to use this white paint texter, walk around the car and identify all the dents. The car and had a look, and it's actually pretty straight. There's quite a few little tiny dents which are only going to take 5-10 minutes, and you'd expect that for a 91 car. Where the majority of the work's going to be is on these rear quarter panels where we're going to have to get stuck into them. So I hope Thomas enjoys his lessons on how to sand a car. Well, as you can see, the Suzuki is in the garage ready to go. Now we have to sand it down and get it ready, and we want to blow a coat of primer on it before we send it off. But the only problem when you do that is when you sand a car down in a garage like this, dust goes everywhere. So how do you solve getting a car ready for paint in a garage like this? come up with a brilliant idea. Voila! This is a camping gazebo. We use it when we go out in our caravan, but I'm not going to use the cover, I'm just going to use the frame.
So what do you think about this new sprint-proof dad you made it?
Well, mate, this is it. This is the new O2 garage spray booth. Have a look at this. It's all as dust-free as best we can. I think we used about 1,300 cable ties on it, a whole heap of tarpaulins. We've got the big spotlights here so we can see what's going on. But the most important thing is we built it with the gazebo that we go camping. And Mum doesn't know we've got it, so shh. Get him, Sparky. Get him, Sparky. Go, Sparky, go! All right, guys, well, here we go. We're going to get the Suzuki ready for paint, and Tom and I have never painted a car before, so what we're going to do now is get the bodywork done and get it into primer and go from there. All right, Tom, now you and I have never painted a car before, so I know about as much as what you know, but I have seen a few guys do the sanding, so I'm going to start with some sanding on the roof and the bonnet, but everything you need to know about painting a car is right in here on YouTube. The same place you guys are watching this, so don't forget to hit subscribe. Now, mate, I'm going to give this to you. You go and do a bit of research. How does that sound?
All right, I'm going to search up some videos on how to primer the car.
Cool, I'll get started here.
All right, see you.
Well, the initial sanding on the car is done. We're now to go to the fine stuff. We're now heading down to the 32400 grit. Going to go across the whole car. After that, we're going to give it a quick wash outside, mask everything off, and then hit it with some filler primer. TJ right now over here doing what he does best, doing the dishes, mate.
Yep, sure am.
I take a pill if I want to be happy. I take a pill if I want to be someone. I take a pill.
Days since you saw us painting this, and as you can hear from outside, it's chucking down with rain at the moment. And look at Tom, he's in his pajamas. You look cool, Tom. And here is Thomas's present. So mate, I reckon, you know what, start unwrapping the present.
I think we did a really good job considering it was our first time. It was all pretty well, looks good.
We didn't do too bad, did we?
Yeah, it was good.
Well, from here, now, it's paint. That's the next episode. Make sure you hit like and subscribe, get an update, and hopefully this whole thing is going to look completely different.